Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the United Front Show. My name is Raz. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well. So guess what? Tomorrow, Man United take on Aston Villa. So very important game. Not only are we facing Jack Grealish, who could potentially be coming to Man United, but even more important is the fact that if we beat Aston Villa, we're actually going to be only 2 points behind Leicester City, who sit in 4th place. Leicester have played 1 game more than Man United. They had 34 games. United have played 33. Tomorrow will be 34th. Then after that, we only have 4 games left before the season is over. And guess who we play in the last game of the season? Yes, Leicester City. So guess what? This could go all the way to the wire. But with that being said, I think United are in great position right now as we stand, to be in control of our own destiny. So lots of great stuff that's been talked about today. Before I forget, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's grow this channel. Lots of great stories in the news outlets about Man United. Let's starting with ManUnited.com. Obviously, Solskjaer had a lot of great things to say in his press conference in preparation for the Villa game. He talked about Bruno Fernandes. He talked about Wan-Bissaka. He talked about De Gea, and lots of other topics. So I can tell you that the main news from there is maybe not even main news, but the news is Victor Lindelof is questionable. So Victor Lindelof he may be replaced by Bailey. His back injury has persisted, is what we're hearing. But again, look, it's business time right now. We'll see if that's really true or not. That was really one of the only changes that we could see. It's possible that Matic may be given a break, and then Frege gets a chance to come in and partner up with Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. So that could be an exciting match as well to see. Solskjaer obviously talked about the improvement that Villa have made ever since the season started again. He talked about their counter-attacking style of play and how organized they are and all of that, and they've barely, lost some games. Some of them have been very close. They seem organized. So we'll see what that looks like, right? Man United take them on tomorrow. And obviously, United are firing on all cylinders. Exciting to see, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, Pogba, Fernandes, and watching our fullbacks going up and down the channel. That's always Man United type of play, and that looks great. So before we forget, let me just go ahead and give you an update on what the papers are saying. Lots of great information, by the way. I'm going to have to look at my phone here, so bear with me. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer obviously talked about Wan-Bissaka. Really excited about the things that Bissaka is doing, his improvement. He's talked about how he's now really working on his offensive side of the game, and his endurance has improved, and he's attacking, and he's looking more and more like a Man United wingback. So which is awesome, right? Rashford and Fernandes, to share the penalty duties. I think that's also pretty cool. And the reason why, it makes sense, because if you only have one player that's taking the penalty shots, guess what? It's easy for other goalies, so to speak, to get to know where that striker is going to be going, right? So if you have 2 people, it's a little bit harder for the goalies to remember which side which player goes. It's easier, I guess, to study one player versus 2. That's in a synopsis, okay? More news. Let's see. Daniel James. This was reported in The Sun. And it basically states that Daniel James has a major part to play at Man United. So he's not going out on loan next season. There's been obviously conversation about Jadon Sancho, coming to Man United. Maybe that could be an indication that Sancho is not coming after all. Who knows? Look, I always like Daniel James. I think he gives us something different. I think he's a unique type of player. His pace obviously caused City a lot of problems. I can see him doing well, against really most of the teams that will attack us, and we decide to play that counter-attacking type of game. That suits Daniel James for sure. Mason Greenwood. This is really, really interesting. This was reported in The Sun as well. Apparently, Mason Greenwood was offered a life-changing amount of money to join Juventus. That was last year. and he turned them down because he wanted to stay at Man United, and guess what? The rest is history. So great job, Mason Greenwood. David De Gea has an opportunity tomorrow to actually play more games than Peter Schmeichel. So De Gea and Schmeichel are both tied at 398 games. So, and De Gea is going to be second, Schmeichel third, and Alex Stepney is actually first with 539 games. Don't remember Mr. Stepney, but I'm sure he was a legend and a great player. Man United boss Paul Pogba, Solskjaer hints that Paul Pogba could sign a new deal after a turn of form. So this again was reported in The Sun, and I think that it was also reported in the Daily Mail too. I think that's great. It's awesome if Pogba decides to stay. Obviously, the relationship that he's building with Fernandes and, sharing some of that responsibility, not being in the spotlight as much, is great for Pogba and great for Manchester United. And finally, Lingard and Phil Jones to West Ham United. What do you think about that? David Moyes is there. Assuming that they stay above the league, in the Premier League instead of getting relegated, then I could see them there. I think that would be great for both of them. Both have been good servants of Man United. We need a little bit more quality, and let's give some opportunities maybe to some of the kids that are coming up. I think that is good. So with that said, looking forward to tomorrow's game, and I will see you on Friday. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. Until then, I am out.